We're about to go into a dark winter. A dark winter.
I don't think we're going to have a dark winter.
We're still facing a very dark winter.
We're entering a dark winter.
My heart goes out to each of you in this dark winter of the pandemic.
When he's talked about a dark winter, my opponent is promising a long, dark winter.
We are facing a very dark winter.
We're still in the middle of what will be a very, very, very dark winter.
It could be a long, dark winter.
Without better planning, 2020 could be the darkest winter in modern history.
What are the priorities for WHO in getting through this dark winter?
We are in for a long, dark winter before a vaccine becomes broadly available.
The courage and judgment to lead us through this long, dark winter.
As we enter the dark winter of the pandemic,
what we've all had to endure and what we're going to have to endure during this very dark winter to combat this virus and to save as many lives as we can.
I said in March it was going to be a long, dark winter. We're still in that long, dark winter.
The U.S. faces the darkest winter in modern history.
Britain is braced for a dark winter as new measures are deployed to stem a surge of coronavirus.
And more than 9 months into the pandemic, COVID-19 is spreading with a vengeance. It has now killed a reported 280,000 Americans, according to Johns Hopkins University. Record numbers of new cases and hospitalizations increase concern that a dark winter is ahead.
All I can tell you is the truth. We're in a very dark winter. Things may well get worse before they get better.
The UK has identified a new variant of COVID-19 through Public Health England.
It seems that the spread is now being driven by the new variant of the virus.
A new variant of COVID-19 that is spreading across the globe.
The United Kingdom feels like Plague Island, with 2 new coronavirus strains, the other from South Africa.
Fortunately, it's going to be quite a dark winter.
2020 has shown that governments must increase investment in public health, from funding access to COVID-19 vaccines for all people to making our systems better prepared to prevent and respond to the next inevitable pandemic.
This pandemic has been very severe. It's spread around the world extremely quickly and has affected every corner of this planet. But this is not necessarily the big one. These threats will continue. If there's one thing we need to take from this pandemic with all of the tragedy and loss, is that we need to get our act together. We need to get ready for something that may even be more severe in future.
The idea of a bioterrorist attack is kind of the nightmare scenario because they're a pathogen with a high death rate would be picked. Now, the good news is most of the work we're going to do to be ready for pandemic 2, I call this pandemic 1, most of the work we'll do to be ready for that are also the things we need to do to minimize the threat of bioterrorism. So we'll have to prepare for the next one. That, I'd say is will get attention this time.